Hi, this is Roxana for Avidiva, and today is day 43 of the 100-day challenge. I cannot believe how fast this is going. I'm actually getting used to having this daily conversation. So I welcome you all. Today is Dementia Wednesday. I did change the name a little bit. It used to be Dementia Wednesday, but now I am going to call it what it is. It's Dementia Wednesday. I'm also going to start to structure some days a little bit more than others because at the end of the day, the whole point of this challenge is I am going through this journey of being the caretaker for somebody that has Alzheimer's. And I figured two of the most important things that I wanted to do through this 100-day challenge was to help at least one other person that is going through this journey with the two most important points is learning a little bit about the actual disease of dementia and Alzheimer's in layman's terms, because I'm not a doctor and I have no idea of half of the stuff that these people are telling me. And the second thing is the second goal is to support you and also encourage you to take care of yourself, because if we don't take care of ourselves as we're taking care of our sick family members, we are going to go first, like my father used to say. And my father is deceased at this particular time, so he had a point. As much as I hate to admit it, he did have a point. Of course, he never said that in front of me because we would have had an argument about that, but that's another story for another day. Um, Today being Dementia Wednesday, I am going to talk a little bit about one of the most common terms in this particular disease of dementia, and it's called sundowning. Now, I'm not going to give you the medical terminology or anything like that. I'm going to tell you my experience with sundowning. Hopefully, if you have a family member with dementia, specifically Alzheimer's, I don't know if all the other dementias have this same thing. I would think so. And I will tell you one thing, it has nothing to do with the time, with the sun actually going down, because I have noticed that in December, and actually when we're still in Puerto Rico, the symptoms would show up sometime after 6. I just didn't recognize them until I got here and I started reading about Alzheimer's and dementia. And here's the thing. The sundowning thing is this weird thing that they do where they start getting a little bit more fearful, a little bit more upset in the late hours of the day. And of course, for them, the late hours could be anywhere from 6 p.m. on up. My family member goes to bed at 9, normally. So, y'all need to shut up. Sorry, my cell phone and my iPad are jingling. My family member goes to bed at about 9 p.m. At 6 p.m., she starts getting a little out of sorts. And, one of the things that I have noticed about this disease is that they are very lucid in the morning, and then as the day goes on, they start kind of breaking down. And it's really weird because there's days when they keep it up for a few hours, no matter what you do. And then there's days that no matter what you do, they lose it like an hour later, and you cannot get them back until they feel like it. This is a very interesting, needless to say, it's a very interesting disease to me. And I hope I never have it, because it's just, I use my brain too much during the day, and I would like to keep it that way. What I will tell you is this. As far as sundowning is concerned, at about 6 p.m., there's no lucid thought coming out of there, usually. Funny enough, if we have visitors, she's able to keep conversations with everybody. She might not remember 3 minutes later what she told them, but she can keep conversations. The thing about it is she starts getting a little more fearful, a little more worried that she's going to fall, a little more worried about where she's going to sleep. And again, now that I know what it is, I can look back and see that this have been happening for almost a year. When it was happening, it didn't register at all. To give you an example, when I was in Puerto Rico, I got to Puerto Rico in May. When I got to Puerto Rico, I figured, she's 83, 84 years old. She's not going to recognize me. When she sees me, she hasn't seen me in 3 years. So to me, that was normal. When she heard my voice, she recognized me. So I was like, okay, that's it. It didn't even register that it was something else, to be honest with you. And mind you, she had family members with the that have passed away already that had the disease. It just didn't. You don't want to admit. You don't want to even think that your family member has something like this because it's such a horrible thing. And so when she started talking to me, I did notice that when she was about to go to sleep, every night she would tell me the story about these women that were downstairs sitting in my in she used to live in a condo on the 7th floor, and there was a wall that separated the neighborhood from the condo itself. In that wall there was a stack of parking spots for the people that lived in the condo, and the reflection of the light in the cars against the wall looked like little boxes. Of course, there were the seats in the cars. For some reason, she identified those as women that were flirting with the men as they went to get the cars, and she used to say that those women were after her husband. Now, the odd thing was that in the end, we left in August. And I remember one of the last days, she actually said to me, you need to close the window because they crawl up the walls. Now, we all know humans can't crawl up walls. And I was a little surprised by that comment, but again, you're thinking she's getting old, her eyesight is not good, she might see movement because of the breeze and whatever. It just didn't register. I just thought she was maybe a little cookie at night or something, but it really didn't register at all. I have to be honest with you. I didn't want to think that anything like that would ever happen to any family member of mine. And later on, I found out that some other family members had it too. So, I mean, after January, we found out a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't know. And it's made it a little... It's one of those things that hindsight is 20/20, I guess. But going back to the sundowning, what happens with sundowning is that they get more confused. If they hallucinate, they are going to have the biggest hallucinations at night. One of the funniest parts of this was that she would keep saying, I need to go home. And we would be like, but you are home. And she would say, no, I need to go home. And I would remind her, because in her bedroom that we have here, we took one of those stickers that you put against the wall that you can take off and put back on. We have one of the Eiffel Tower, and because she did take this very nice trip to Europe, and that's one of the places she visited, and we thought it would be nice for her to have a reminder. So we would tell her, oh yeah, we're taking you to the room with the Eiffel Tower, and she would automatically say, oh yeah, that's my bedroom. Even though she didn't remember 2 minutes ago that she had a bedroom in the apartment, as soon as we said Eiffel Tower, she would connect the dots somehow. I don't know how that works, because I don't know anything about this disease, but I'm just telling you my what's happening here, so that if you have a situation that is similar, you can understand that you are going through something a lot of us are going through right now. So sundowner is kind of confusion. In our world, is confusion, and it is forgetfulness to its maximum expression. I would love to hear what your experience has been with sundowning, and how are you coping with it, and how are you dealing with it. Again, this is Roxana for Avid Diva, and today was day 43 of the 100-day challenge. Thank you for watching.